Hi everyone, and welcome back to Balkan Sis, the show that's going to help you navigate the massive challenges of life, motherhood, culture, identity, and belonging with more ease, acceptance, joy, and purpose. Thanks to each and every one of you that come back every time to listen, learn, heal, and feel inspired. If you do love the podcast, then do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. It really does help spread the word.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Balkan Sis. Happy Easter to everyone and Eid who celebrated in the last few weeks, and everybody who's going to be celebrating this weekend for Orthodox Easter as well. Today's episode is a little bit special. It's our Easter bonus. I'm bringing on someone whose story really touched me, not just because of what she's achieved, but because of how deeply she stays connected to her roots. Today, I'm going to be joined by Snežana Calić, a MasterChef Australian alumni, a food storyteller, a mum, someone who turned her life from finance into a full-time creative career through food. Born in Croatia, raised in Serbia, and now living in Australia, Snežana carries that beautiful mix of Mediterranean flavors and those hearty, soulful Balkan dishes that so many of us grew up with and love. And what I do enjoy most is that behind everything she creates, there's family, there's memory, and there's emotion. She often talks about her mum, Mira, who always has at least 3 meals ready, even if you're just stopping by. And honestly, if you know, because all of our mums are like this and all of our bubbas are like this. And I'm so proud to bring Snežana onto Balkan Sis. It is a little bit of a different format to how we usually do things. It's a little bit of a quicker episode. It is a bonus. We are going to organize and schedule a time together where we do a proper one-on-one interview. But up until then, I wanted to bring you this little bonus episode in between the 2 Easters. And yeah, just bring you something unique and different and nice, and you know how much I love our roots and how much I love food. I'm a true foodie through and through, and I absolutely love our cuisine, and I want to celebrate everything that our region brings. So I'm really proud to present this bonus episode for you guys today. I hope that you enjoy it. Sending all my love, and chat to you in the next episode. Bye. So Snežana, welcome to this special bonus episode on the Balkan Sis podcast. Let's start with Easter. What did Easter look like for you growing up, and what traditions have you carried with you into your own family today?
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for having me, and also for that lovely intro. I really enjoyed listening to it. Okay, now Easter is my favorite time of the year. It's a favorite family tradition. It's so colorful, and my favorite part was dyeing eggs. I would start collecting onion peel months before Easter, so I can do it all traditional way, natural way, just using onion peel. And I used old-fashioned stockings, obviously, to wrap my egg in it with all the flowers I would pick. I absolutely love it. And this is something I do with my kids now. And also we make this sweet bread called pogača. This is something that's my mom's specialty. And doesn't matter what I do, it's never good as hers.
What do your kids love most about those traditions? Do you see them already creating those same memories we grew up with?
My kids absolutely love Easter too. They love the whole way, us getting together, dyeing eggs together, making a whole lot of a mess and creating something colorful and beautiful. And absolutely, I think it is up to us to pass on these traditions and to keep them alive.
You express so much through food, and you can really feel that. Do you believe food tells a story? Can one dish bring back a person, a memory, or a moment?
Oh, I think food is not just something we need to survive. It's really essential. It holds memory, emotion, and it's fascinating how certain smell or certain dish can instantly bring back beautiful memories. And honestly, I feel like the older I get, I realize how powerful food is. And for me, nothing can bring people together like food.
So, living between two worlds, you've built your life in Australia, but your roots are still so present in your cooking. How do you balance those two worlds? What have you kept and what have you adapted?
Okay, this is a tricky question. So I grew up overseas, and I kind of feel like I was shaped overseas. And when I came here, I was already an adult. So it's really hard to balance two worlds. But for me, what does this mean for me is honoring where I come from, but also embracing where I am at the moment, because my family is here, my life is here, this country gave me a new life. But then again, something that I kept from, well, should I say my old life, not all life, but life overseas. And what I learned growing up is the hold on to traditions, values, and sense of family. I feel like family and this family values that we grew up with overseas is something that I'm definitely keeping here, and something definitely I'm embracing and passing it on to my families, my children.
I have to ask about your mum, Mira. She sounds incredible. What's the best cooking advice she ever gave you, and something you now pass on to your own kids today?
Okay, I love this question. My mom is an absolute legend, and she's the soul of any party. And honestly, she's such a good cook. And don't tell anyone, but 90% of recipes that you see on my social media, it's actually coming from her. That's everything I learned from her. Some of the tips that I learned from her, most of them are about making bread. Since I was a kid, I would always get a little portion of dough for myself, just to play with it, to make something myself. But I think every time she would make something, she would show me how this bread should feel, and what are we looking for in a dough. And honestly, now, as soon as I make a bread, any sort of dough, I already know, is it going to be good or not. And the other thing is, this base for any cooked meal is when you saute onion, carrots, celery, garlic. When you saute that low and slow, it is such a good base for any dish. There's no way you're going to make bad dish if you start this way. So that's one of her tips too.
And just our final question on value and connection, and to wrap up this special bonus episode. For all the women, mums, and busy families listening, do you have any particular advice when it comes to cooking? Especially when time is limited, but you still want to create something meaningful. Maybe a tip, a mindset shift, or just a go-to dish that never fails.
So, okay, quick tip. Dinner doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it simple. If you stock up your kitchen and your pantry with the pantry staples, you can whip up something in no time. For example, I always have eggs. I always have cans of beans or lentils or some sort of legumes, and I also always have cans of tuna available. So you can always whip up quick pasta. You can always make a quick nutrition salad. And you know what? Yes, it is quick. Yes, maybe it's a little bit basic, but you know what? There's a dinner on the table and everybody's happy. Another tip, get your family involved. I mean, I know it's sometimes easier just to do it yourself. Less mess, that's for sure. But get them helping, even the small tasks, and they will feel good about it. They'll feel good about, putting the dinner on the table. And maybe later on stage, they'll get more involved. They'll start doing it themselves. And it creates such a good, healthy relationship towards the food and actually looking at the ingredients itself rather than buying something from the packages. So yes, get your family involved, ladies. Or should I say train them so eventually you can stop cooking.
And also, Snežana, let us know, where can our listeners find you, follow your journey, and connect with you?
So you can find most of my recipes and you can follow my journey through my Instagram, to my social media, Snežana Calić _official. You can find most of it there. And also I'm working on this beautiful book that you will absolutely love. It is our cuisine. It is cuisine from Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, and all the other influences I had from that Balkan region. And it's very beautiful. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm talking to some publishers at the moment, so hopefully within a year we'll have it out. So follow me through my social media and you'll see if there's any pop-ups or any cooking demonstration, and I would love to meet you. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for listening.
Snežana, thank you so much for sharing your story, your heart, and your kitchen with us. I think conversations like this truly remind us of what really matters most. The simple things, being together, slowing down, creating moments around food and family. Because it's never just about what's on the plate, it's about who we're sharing it with. To everyone listening, if this episode resonated with you, send it to someone you love. A friend, your mum, your sister, anyone who needs that reminder of home. Wishing you all a beautiful Easter. And stay close to your people. Enjoy the little rituals. And don't stress if the egg cracks. It's all part of the process. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of Balkan Sis.
So that was the episode. I hope that you really enjoyed it. And as ever, if you did, please consider sharing it with your loved ones and leaving me a review on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. It really does make a difference to the number of Balkan sisters that we can reach with the brilliant wisdom that my guests and I share. Thanks for being here. I doviđenja.